Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are a little late to the show here. That's all right. We're gonna make use of this, make the best use. So, to start here, let's just get right into. Oh, whoops! Here we need to get the right scene going here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's see here. All right. Let's go this one. There we go. All right. So, back to trading our regular strategy. We created a little tiny bit of a mini buffer yesterday. That was kind of the goal. And today we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to talk about levels in a second. I'm going to get this house strategy in shape. And to do that, very simple. Pre-market high, pre-market low, which is going to be roughly, look at that. It's going to be right up here roughly. No. It's going to be right. Let's see here. We also had data. So right here, that's our pre-market low. So we had a 3-bar play to the downside. Could have been taken actually, but I wasn't here for that. Here's your pre-market low. So now we have our bottom wick. We're going to be looking to play this sink. We do not. Do we have our top pivot? We do have our top pivot, but we're going to need to be in shape here. All right. So here's our trade so far, 15 minutes, and let's get into it. We're going to put on our Express account here and back over to this chart. So a lot of levels got taken yesterday. This is going to look very messy, but just know that most of these are going to leave. So, most of them are going to be replaced with red zones. Most of them. All right. I would have liked to have been a buyer here last night. This is where I would have probably bought, and I would have got immediately clapped. So a lot of these, once you get a couple levels taken out, that's it. I mean, you got to start looking sell side. So see what happened here. This is something similar. All of these levels got taken. This is really just, I don't know why. I don't know if it was news or something, but a lot of these levels from yesterday got taken. This is gone. This is gone. This is gone. I'm going to be holding on to this little speckle. This is gone. Well, let's see. Is it gone? Yeah, it's gone. Tons of liquidity got taken here. Tons of should say buying. It did feel very squeezy yesterday, though. I'm not gonna lie. Even though there was buying coming in, it did feel more. I kept saying it on stream. This feels like a short squeeze. All right, so the bottom of this here. See, none of this is crazy real buying. Maybe at 512. I don't know. We're gonna need to see. We're gonna go off the morning though. Play some of this range bound stuff. All right, so current players in the market. Let's go over it. You have this seller here. Oh, I need to get rid of these Discord noises. Sorry. All right. Good morning, by the way. Sorry about that. We are a little behind. Had to wait for my kid to go back to sleep. Otherwise, we were doomed. All right. So we have our initial block here. That's the morning open sell. Here's a secondary sell right here, and this wick is going to determine where this box lands. If I'm going to short anywhere off the morning, I'm going to short this 43. Let's have a little zoom in here. Just kind of aggregate selling here. Increase, increase, increase. We're going to call a golden zone all right here. And you probably can see that we're struggling to get above that right here. Rejecting right off of this. Right off of this first take here. This would be our first level, which I probably could have taken that. But we're a little behind here. So let's see here. Increase, increase. So this is an overlap area. Overlap right here. So we'll see. Might take one. Might go small here. So I only need $400 more on this one to oh, there we go.
Order filled.
Go 2 there. Just see if we come back up into the zone. I actually would like to be short up the 32 area. Try to take another 2 there. All right, so tap it up into the zone a little bit. A little bit. All right, and then up here, not real selling yet. This is all just kind of whatever. Boom, boom. Here's this. So this zone right here is kind of interesting. This one right here at the 42. 42 is where everything kind of overlaps here. So may want to play the backside at 38. I might go a little heavier. Let's see here. All right, not trading recommendation, by the way. All right, as far as the house blend goes, back to the house blend as well. We're looking like we have a 2-bar break, but nothing really crazy yet. We're below pre-market lows, so we're only looking for shorts right now until we get up to the pre-market range. Woo. And yeah, that's how that's going to go. So here we are. Buy volume tapered on this. We may try and come back down to the 515s. So we'll see. Where's your lighter aggressors here? You have a light side aggressor here. 1, 2, 3. You have another 1, 1, 2 right here. 1, 2. As you can see, we kind of took off from that. And you see we're running into a little bit of liquidity. Oh, I did not want to sell 10 there. Okay, that was bad. All right, this is not going to be good, but we're in a little heavy now. I'm going to cover some of these here in a second, but I'm expecting a little bit of drift. I don't want to cover them right at the tip of that iceberg. I meant to add 1 more, and I added 10 more, so this is going to be interesting. All right. All right, we're going to cover 10 there because I didn't want to be in 10 to begin with. All right, I want to be in 10 up here for a quick tap. Not down here, or wherever I was, down there. That was not good. All right. Try and get 10 points out of this. We are kind of getting back up in here, so let's continue marking these zones. New buying, new buying. So all of this new buying. Right here, I'm gonna try and take a couple off there. All right, and then you have new buyer right here that got chunked into. So we're gonna have a little look at this. This pretty much almost got taken. So if there's gonna be a bounce, it will be happening at 13. Still gonna play this upside here. I'm gonna sell a couple more at 32 again. Oh, not 1020 though. Whoa, come on. Let's get to the. There we go. All right, looking at the house blend strat, we're doing a 2-bar break. This is our 2nd minute here, so. I'm hoping we get a little flash, try and go up and then come back down. That's what I'm kind of looking for here, especially off that 10 minute. I mean, off this 10 contract up here. I want to play the backside of this into this double. It would feel a lot better. If we come back down again, I'm going to take another couple down here at the 16s. What's 10 points? 22? I take another couple at the 10-point mark, which is, where are we at here? 22? Oh, no. Not that many. Good. Okay, let's get this right here. Let's give me my 22, give me my 10 points. No? No 10 points? All right, so sell volume did increase here. We do have a new seller technically. He's right in this pocket right here. So it's like a triple zone here. And then we're going to see how this buy volume fades here, which it faded. So this is going to be more bullish now. Still expecting it to come up into the zone though. So I guess I'm going to mute my mic. All right. So I'll take 2 off here again. And then I want to take 1 off at the bottom of that range. I'll take 1 off there. That's cool. 18, 22. All right. So now we have a new buyer again, seller again. If we can't get above this range, then yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If we do fly up though, this is kind of going to be our saving grace right here. If this thing gets cut through, yeah, interesting. So let's see if we get the fill here. Ooh, come on, baby. So I don't want this thing. I want this thing reacting a little hotter than this. It's a new buyer kind of blasted through these sellers. Here's our fill here. It should get some reaction off there. There it is. I'm Recover.
Order
Oh man, I missed a good recovery there. Okay. Oh, got you. Okay. All right. So we covered poorly. So we're looking for a little reaction here though. Still didn't get above this level. I'm kind of looking for this double here. So I may even take a couple more here at this level. I don't want to go heavier than this though. I'm gonna pretty much stay here. Here we are. See if we can get this move. New buyers aggressing. This guy's gone. And we finished our 2-bar break up into pre-market, so that's going to be interesting. But we haven't broken up our pre-market highs yet. 339's pre-market lows. Sorry, pre-market lows. So now we've cracked it. So it's up to this level here. This is what I'm trying to get to hold. Is these two levels here. If these two levels don't hold, then there's just nothing I can do here. I'm gonna have to cut it. This is too much. Too much for this. All right. So if we get a little hold here, I should have probably covered right into the buying. I still should have covered. I wanted a tiny bit more than that though. So this is, I should have covered for sake of us blasting through. That is a pretty heavy new seller though, so some absorption that happened. All right, let's see. Should find a decent seller here. Very, very light. We're playing in a very tight range here. It's only been like 5 points, maybe 10 points. Looking for that to slap off this pre-market low. Sorry, I'm showing you the wrong screen. All right, here we go. All right.
Order filled.
Hold on 1 second here. All right, sorry, I have people talking to me. That was poor. I wanted to cover a couple more right there. Limit the risk here. And yeah, I looked away from the screen for a second. That's gonna focus. Okay. So let's see here. This one's getting ready to get taken. 2 minutes left into the second portion of this. Do we have more sellers up here? I don't think so. So I think all of this is gonna get swept if this happens. So I'm gonna need to be very careful here. And yeah. Oh, it's holding on barely. So as long as this holds on, I hold on. But man, I'm not liking this up here. I don't want to average down anymore. I kind of want to stay here for the remainder of these 2 minutes. But if it blasts, it's gonna blast off. We do have a little EMA at 75. SMA at 75 or 50. So let's see. I'm not really leaning on that too much, to be honest with you. I need this seller to hold here. So if this seller holds, this buyer stepped up though. It's kind of an anomaly. So I'm looking to cover here. We can come down a little bit more. Buyer's holding on. 1 minute left in this candle. We can't get above it. So we do have a new 5-minute buyer, by the way. This is our 5-minute buyer here. I'm staying in this trade, but this thing could get ahead of me. Here, I wanted to get down size. I didn't want to risk so much size here. This thing's looking bullish. I was cool with the initial, but when it's cold to the touch like this and it's just pressing up against it, this thing could get a lot of headroom. And yeah, we'll see. All right, 38, 37. I'm waiting for this 5-minute to close. All right, let's see. This may hurt a little bit, but it's a risk I'm willing to take here. We'll catch some back later today. It's the back end of that seller now. Gonna be above our highs here. Yeah, I really need to play this careful. So here's the thing. We're on the back end of this 5-minute up here. I think I'm going to take a couple more up at this level. I should have probably taken another 5 or so, but all right, this guy's gone. But we're at the back end of this level up here. See, 39s are pre-market low. Increase, increase, increase. Don't want to hold too much more, but this is the back level of the seller. I probably should have sold a little bit more there. Stay with 3s right now. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit of some love. So I'm going to cover a couple there. Cover a couple as it came down, and then we'll play the rest of this if it drops. All right, so buyers. Here is a buyer here. And then we have, let's see, all of this is buying here. So I definitely, if we're going to start ripping through these sellers, I want to be a buyer. I don't want to do the same things yesterday where I'm getting slapped down. By the way, I'm going to sell a few more up here. I said I'm going to be a buyer, and then I keep selling because this is the back end of this range of 70. So the 70 range isn't too bad, particularly. It's going to be a little tougher for the market to get through. And let's see if it does. 3 minutes left. All right, we're gonna go there a little bull, well, technically not a bull trap, but a strong trend. So, all right, let's take a look here at the other strat here for a second. So 2-bar break, don't take it because we were below pre-market low, but this could continue to go up here, and then we're looking like we may put in, yeah, we did put in a new high here. So well, let me see here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we just got to kind of sit there and wait. Our bottom trend's way down here. Nothing much I could do there. 15 minutes not showing me too much. Yeah, not too much here. So we're gonna have to start mapping out some levels up here above this pre-market zone. So let's see here. Increase, increase. We do have a seller up through here. Oh, there is a seller. We already marked him. And then we have, what was the double seller? Actually, this is the seller right here. And then it sold again. So that's a double zone. All right. So, and then we have a seller here. Did we have a seller here? Let me see. Yeah. All right. So this is kind of a double sell zone 2, and then we have boom, boom, boom. We'll keep an eye on these. These are all real tight. They're all really, they're all really wide. I don't like doing the wide range sells. So this is looking like it's flagging a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna see. This would be technically a bull trap if this 5-minute closes red here. Yeah, from the standpoint. So if we go back to the screen, here we are. So you have this wide range is what I was talking about. Wide range bars, seller here, seller here, seller here. I need to get in here and see exactly where. I don't even necessarily want to sell from these areas. This is kind of the last portion of this morning, and then I'm just going to continue to look for buyers, really. This is just the back end of the seller off the morning, and then I'm kind of sticking to it. So see if we can get a little tiny bit of flush. If not, if we get above this seller here, then this is going to be clapped. This whole trade. So boom, boom, boom. A little bit of an increase. Nothing too crazy yet. And really, the seller is here to here on the gold portion here. So this whole thing's kind of that gold selling that's getting chewed up into. I would like to see it a little hotter. This is pretty cold still. So we'll see. I'm actually going to cover some right there because of the way we're going back and forth. I'm going to cover into this buyer. Should be a little bit more down here, but definitely trying to finesse it a little bit. I want to be a buyer if this guy gets taken out. I'm only going to be looking for buying, really. All right, so house blend strat. Really, since we're breaking out of these bodies, 45-second left. If we break out of these bodies, which we already did, if we go up, try to go higher, and then come back down into the range, I have to take this short. So I will take a short with just one, unless it's tiny. Then I might take it with a couple. But so here's your extension. We covered a little bit. We were able to finesse it. So let's see, 24 seconds left. We're going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to go short, not a recommendation. Man, this music. Killing me today. All right, we'll pay attention to a second here. So 13 seconds left. Let's see how this bar closes. Let's see what happens here. Huge absorption that happened up here at this level. So, yep, we're going to clap it. All right, we're clapping that trade there. And then this thing could continue to go long. So we have a 2-bar above this area. I may try and take it long, actually. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see here. 2222. We bought above that level. We bought and closed almost above this back into the spiral. Well, technically the seller's still here. This is a little tricky. I'm gonna hold on for a second here. So because we've kind of ripped up and taken out the seller off the morning here, I kind of want to be looking for buying and then waiting for some of these levels up here. Some of this more extreme liquidity up here. This guy got taken too last night. Okay. So maybe like if I was gonna go short, being up here. Let's see, I need to mark some new sellers, but maybe being up here in this level in the 60s. So that might be something to look at. All right, so now I'm gonna try and play the longer side. Although you're seeing a little bit of the back end of this liquidity here. This is kind of still a zone right here. I'm just kind of, I mean, I just don't want to counter trend this. If we're currently trending up, I want to kind of more trend with the market here. We have a lot of new buyers that stepped in, so I would like to be a buyer. So I might, if we get a little flash down, I might try and buy at 42. See if I can get a quick pull here. And then what's that, 54? I might buy a couple of 54. See if we get a little tap here. Missed that by a little bit. New seller, sold into these zones, but 70s to 60s, yeah, we're going to be looking for buys. If we're ramping up, I should kind of keep in mind that the buying's getting accumulated pretty heavy, so these probably were a little loose, but since we already dropped one, if we drop a second one into this range, I don't want to play as aggressive. So, all right, now we change the music because it's driving me nuts. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're down probably like 200 and something on the morning. It says only 36, but I was up pre-market. But we went pretty heavy into the initial sell. And now we're just kind of playing around in this area. It's about 20-point range here, though. So we're going to try and see what we can do here. This 5-minute seller is getting taken, and the same thing with this 30-second seller. And then we are here on the house blend strat, which there's still no trading opportunities. We almost had a bull trap, but that didn't run through here. I do have the 50 SMA up here because or the EMA. It's interesting that we're kind of hitting that EMA right now, but yeah, looking to play a little bit. So if we shove back down, I'll be a light buyer at the 54. Really, I would like to buy. Let me see here. Let me get some zones marked out here again. So let's see here. We got boom, boom. So this right here, the 30-second buyer. I'm gonna front run this a touch. Front run this a touch right here because I think we have what we got. We got 1, 2, 3, plus a retrace. So this is all gold here. So I think we could definitely come back down to pop down below here. Stab. I might even buy some of the 30s just in case we crack 30s. I want more than that. So I think it'll happen in a flash. I think we go and come back up, get eaten all back up. So, all right. So obviously this level's kind of showing itself here. We do have a new buyer trying to take it up again, right here. Let's get eaten into a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. New seller on this bar from here to here. This is a little anomaly, so expecting this to come down a little bit. I'm still gonna front run it. I want to get my fill here. Expecting a little flash here of liquidity if it happens. New 5-minute bar here. By the way, this is where I'm looking for 54, 47, 30. These levels because they have a little bit of overlap. Good morning, Dewey. Good morning, Samu. Good morning, DS. What's up, my bros? Hope you guys doing well. We're close. We're close to getting another combine here. Just trading this new strategy. Been having some pretty good days. Yesterday was a really good day. So we'll see. We're already at 78 trades. That was from pre-market last night. I was trading a little bit. Actually, it was up. It did pretty well, but it's a couple good trades. Yeah, this morning we're going a little heavier. So now we need about 600 to pass. This one, I also have my Express account that we're still trading. So now we have our new. Is this a new high here? Let's see. Yeah, it's barely a new high. So if this thing gets broke, we're going to be looking to go long here. All right, and then I'm going to steepen this break here. All right, let's see. I'm going to keep an eye on this. This level's gone. We do have some new levels though, so I'm going to draw these out a little bit. So if we get a break, trap up to the area or something like that, that's going to be it's going to be noteworthy. All right, keep those levels in mind. Keep these levels in mind. These are just going to be things to eyeball for traps and stuff like that. So, all right, back to the strat here. So we missed the long here, 54. Still wanted it. This seller's still active up here, but they got taken now. So from a 5-minute though, it's still active. Buy volume increased again, so this buyer's still trying to hustle this up. So you got a sliver of a buyer here, plus a new buyer wherever this. Whoa. New buyer wherever this candle shapes. Here we are. New buyer here. I still could be a buyer up here at 58. I would just prefer for us to get some 5-minute liquidity first. I want to see us bump and run, so we'll see. I might buy one. There. Get my hand in the cookie jar a little bit. So this technically is DCAing pretty heavy, right? 1, 3, 10, 16. Because I feel like if we catch this flash, this big dumpster of a move, I feel like we're going to catch, and then I wouldn't mind being a buyer here either at 12. 12 would probably be a good area as well. Cut through all of this fat, kind of come back up, retrace, and then if it continues, it continues. I'd like to work with a little bit of range here. So tapping back up into this seller up here. We're going to see who's kind of a reaction here, so it's good, but there's a lot of strength in these buyers still. Yeah, that's that. House strategy, nothing too crazy here. I know there's a lot of lines here, but we're going to call this one off here. And then this one's a break. So if it turns red, I'm going to take the short actually on this, even though I know pre-market lows here. But this is going to be something to keep in mind. I need the volume though to tick up a little bit. I need the volume to tick up. This guy's going to be the problem, but I need the volume to get up here. If the sell volume increases but it's still tiny, I'm not going to do it. So I do hope we come down a little bit, get some fills here. Let's see. You guys are having a good morning. I'm trying to find some music that's not too caked. It's driving me a little crazy. I don't want to get copyright owned too heavy, which I don't think I should. I'm curious if I'm doing DJ stuff, if it's copyright technically. I don't know. Oh, my kid's awake, so I gotta go get him. Be right back. I'm gonna go get my son. All right. All right, if this thing gets away from me, that's fine. Comebacks in. This is gonna be interesting. So if they slap one more time, this is gonna be a little heavy. I would like to reposition a little bit, but if we break them, then great. Be right back. Good morning, Tracy Will. How are you? Sorry, it took me a minute here. So we have one bar break here. We have some traps to be aware of from the house blend strat. So this didn't break, so we're going to continue to put a steep angle here as we are kind of ripping away from this. So there we go. 2-bar break. This breaks. We're going to take the long here on the house blend strat. I would like the volume to kick up above this one though. We are running into some selling, but yeah, we're still going to take the long. So that's going to be that. So we'll see what happens here. As far as this strat over here, I'm trying to get long. It's just not working out. So if this buying actually tapers, this volume, because this volume should increase actually. We're going to see here. So let's see, new buyer here. So again, we had a little bit of some overlap from here to here, then here to here. So if this volume increases, it's going to be a whole new buyer. I'm trying to go long right now. I'm working on it. I know this is flags. I can play this a bunch of different ways. Flags, patterns, breaks of levels, but I'm strictly trying to play liquidity here. So our only real trading rotation we tried to take ended up getting ran through. So we're going to see what happens. There are levels in here I do need to keep in mind. This one's one of them. This will be interesting. Let's see how it reacts off this level up here. There should be some liquidity up here.
Order
I'm
filled.
gonna take a short sell here. Small. All right, 1, 2, 3. We have a little, not almost overlap here. Take a little stab. I don't want $5 though. I want more than $5. There we go.
Order filled.
That's what I want.
Order
All right, we'll just take both of those. Quick rejection off that level there. To the tick, which is fine with me. I'll take that. All right, so that liquidity looks like it's still hot and bothered out there. All right, 2, 1. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, that wasn't correct. I did end up, well, it wasn't correct. It was almost correct. So I ended up going short on the top step. It's not a great quality setup here. It's borderline. It's like a B- setup, but I'm still going to take it. This is not as good. Not as good of a short here, but it still could work. So let's see here. We're 1.75. We're going to say this comes back down to 44 after that big wick. So I'm going to flip you guys over here in a second. Here's the trade. Here's the stop. Stop's going to be up here 3 points above this area here. 123, 97. We're going to go to 700. All right. So small trade. It's actually a really small trade, but yeah. Bull trap, try to break up. I would have liked to come back into here though. So we did come near the wicks. I may shorten this up because of that actually. We'll go 1.5. The quality was down. This is like a B- quality. It probably shouldn't even be in this trade, but here's the idea. So thing flipped up, came up. So let's see if we can find some buyers here. I'm going to play a little toe tap at the 61s. See if this buyer wants to play around. See that low volume buying there? Very interesting. Low volume buying, high volume kind of tick up into the to the selling all the way down. It doesn't mean this buyer is gone. It's just it is interesting to note. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put on some cartoons here. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Guess heard just a second of that Paw Patrol. All right. Oh, where did Dad's coffee go? Where did Dad's coffee go? Okay, so seller's not as crazy as the buyer, but the buyer swept. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here, 2-2 decreases. This isn't a real seller that aggressed this area yet. This is just from this seller here. So still would probably like to sell this 94 with how the reaction happened. I'm probably just going to see if they're going to play a little hot or not. Go small here though. I want to see how this volume upticks. If this volume starts upticking again, then I'm going to clap the trade. Ooh. Missed it by a tick.
Order filled.
There we go. All right, let's see. Let's see what we're going to do with this guy. Would have liked them a little hotter than that. Still a little cold. 30 seconds came up into this range here. This is that little overlap. Nothing too crazy though. Increase, increase. Yeah, I want to clap this trade, I think. Yeah, well, I did it right at the wrong time, but that's all right. Clap that trade. Take a little loss. Want to see a bigger reaction off of this. There's still a seller here, but I definitely want to play with buyers. I keep saying that. I just can't get into buying here. All right, check here. All right. Yeah, Paw Patrol, Dewey. All right, I don't need to really see the trend here. I just need to kind of get my hands on something that I can buy into here. It's kind of melting up a touch. Oh, almost got stopped on that, by the way, on the house blend strat. We were right there. Really close. One tick away. Still could happen. This is gone. All right, let's see. Now, with this second break and this 3-bar shove on a 3-bar standpoint, I'm going to be looking for longs mostly. We're breaking some levels here. They're key levels. Very interesting. We do have the seller here, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. 15-minute. Let's look here. At 15 minutes, 20 seconds away from a 2-bar here. It is a lower volume than our initial bar, so I still wouldn't take it. If it gets one more leg, though, I will take it. All right. Be interesting to see that go down. Here we're flirting around break even. We did get that a rejection, but yeah. Wait, did we get the rejection I wanted? This is buying, so buying's getting eat up into. Yeah, see, I sold right at the wrong spot. Right up here, I sold 99. So, that's all right, though. I'm going to catch a good move here. I just got to be patient. Put this right here for right now. There is some buying here. The seller's pretty much gone, though. The seller's gone. No real buying that's real happened yet on the 5-minute standpoint, so. Shh, 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 shh. Tap the bottom of this range. I don't, as much as I want to be a buyer, I still prefer a little bit of some shoving back here. I want to see us, I really want to see us tap back into this 600 buyer. None of this price action looks too crazy, I'm going to be honest. Like, actually, this is where this level needs to go. Let's see here. What's up with this? All right, that's fine. None of this, but all this buying looks like it's going to get taken to me. It's going to get swept. We'll see, though. This is a new aggressor here from here to here that's getting tapped into. I might take 3
Order
here.
filled.
Reason why I'm taking 3 is because we have the aggressor here on the selling. And then not only have we eaten up into this buyer a little bit, but we toe tapped into a new seller here as well. So right here. So I played kind of the middle of this range here. Right, I got close to that line. That's where I wanted it. So play a little one here. We're gonna see. If we get ran through, that's fine with me. I don't really see anything on the 5-minute. This is kind of that funky 3-bar fly up. There's just nothing I can do with that price action. But besides kind of chill, I can't get in really. I mean, technically this isn't a long here at the 80s, but I keep saying I'm going to play the long and I'm playing short, but I don't know. The way the volume's kind of tapering and everything like that, I say we could have come down to these real buyers again, maybe even at these levels down here. So let's see here. What is going on here? 1, 2. It's a little too high there. Let's see here. 1, 2, decrease. Why is this marked if it's decreased? Have a look here. Increase, increase. Decrease, decrease. I don't know why I marked this green. Am I tripping? Am I blind here? Is this not real buying either? This has to. Well, the price action's there, but the volume's not. This is gone too then. Wow. Okay. We're just kind of floating up here. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this buying up here. I think the seller's stronger than all of this buying. I think all this buying is kind of just fluff. I feel like it's losing its wheels here. We're gonna see though. Good morning, Trader DLS. How are you? I don't know if you said that earlier, but I'm saying good morning now. Hope you guys are well this morning. Trying to take a little stab. We took one trading idea off of a seller this morning. It got kind of blown through. This to me looks very funky. It's suspicious. I think we kind of come down, especially with the volume. We have our buyer here. This is the last guy. If we break this guy, I think we come back down. I don't even want to be a buyer here per se. I kind of want to start buying. Let's see here. Yeah, we have a bit of a buyer here. Here's your buyer. So I don't want to really be a buyer at these levels. I might go light, like 1 contract or something. These are just going to be to note, but I still think that we come down off this level here. I'm going to sell a couple more.
Order filled.
If we rip up, it's whatever. I still don't see the buyer that's aggressing here, so I just don't see him. I mean, this is one buyer here. We tap back into that range. I see this guy, but I don't know. Feels real suspicious to me, so. Selling's not too active either, though. I suppose the selling off this liquidity up here probably would be better to get up at 94s. But that's 95. Let's see here. 94, what is that? 94.75. All right, hopefully we don't get our face ripped off, but I'm going to take a little bit sizable position here. I keep saying I'm going to go long, though, but there's really no reason for me to go long until down here. We'll go long down here, though. Wait, is that another little? No, that's not another trap. It's close, though. Should take a few off here, but I kind of want to see us move. Buyer's still trying to accumulate here. Buyer's almost taken. Guys, I don't know. You do have a little mini buyer here, little guy. Just don't trust. I don't trust any of these little monkey players here. I feel like we come down at least to the 60s, or our real buyer stands here at 67. I'm gonna take 3 off of there. So there's my 3 off ahead of that 50 SMA. We'll see if we crack this thing. So this guy's gone. I still don't trust any of these guys. I don't trust any of these buyers. I know that there's buyers here, but based off of the price action off the 5, I just don't trust them. So
Ooh.
whoa, whoa.
No.
All right, I'm gonna sell another few up here,
Order filled.
and then maybe if we come up here again. Very interesting. These sellers get swept like that. So today's behaving kind of like yesterday. Very interesting on the squeeze. I said I didn't believe the buyer. We bounced right off the 50 SMA again. Not again, 50 SMA and this buying zone here. So it may have been not a bad buy there. Buying volume tapered here again. Very interesting. Very interesting. So the buyer's active down here, but still it's kind of giving me interesting vibes here. So I'm gonna take that one off too. Sold up here at the ties at this double seller at 90. It's got a quick 10 points. Nothing too crazy. Still in the short over here on the house blend strat. Really nothing for me to do. That wasn't a break really, so I'm waiting for this one to see what this one's gonna do here. Might catch a little break here. We're gonna find out. Other than that, I mean, that buy volume tapered, so I'm expecting it still to go lower. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I need more coffee. Yeah, very interesting here. Still holding on to my short on the house blend strat. I'm looking for 48. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for down here. The house blend strat, somewhere down here. And it could even go lower, but we'll see. Not a trading recommendation again. None of these trades are. We're seeing what we can do here. This is where Dewey's average true range and RSI comes into play, because when it's hard to see the strength when we're in this chop here. Again, another little toe tap off of this level. Just very interesting. The buying is accruing. We're trending up. So this could flag and do another leg here. I probably shouldn't sell as heavy as I'm selling right now. Going pretty heavy. Just in the context of this thing flagging up again, doing another leg. By the way, I need to mark this. All right. Yeah, very interesting. I'm probably going to take off this 10 here, and I might throw a 3 at 94. No, not a 10. I want a 10. Play the back end of this, 94.75. Let's go 94.50. All right, so buyer's aggressing again. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, wow, wow. All right, buyer's still here, active. He may start to roll over a little bit, though. We'll see. Interesting. Okay, that buyer was a little stronger. We're going to cover a couple here. That buy volume. It's kind of bigger than all the sell volume that accrued here. Big buyer absorbed right there. So this guy's still playing. Still gonna hold on to, well, I'm holding on to one, but if we get up here, I may take another. Very interesting. All these wicks. This is just interesting. So, all right, we're up a little bit here, but this is gonna be fascinating. This buyer, if this buyer cracks, it's gonna fly. I feel like. All right, so another little anomaly on this one here. Big buyer, not really big continuation yet. Nothing on the 5 minute, though this one is turning on the 5 minute. Let's see, we got 2 minutes 25 seconds left. Let's find out. I don't want to play this buyer down here. I want to play a real buyer. I mean, I know this guy's real buying right now, but this is just eerie. Good buyer, but it's a really tough one. I'm saying that this is a sliver here. Hop into this. I don't know what to do here. So 1 minute left on this 15-minute bar. Let's just have a little peek here. 5 minute, there's nothing much I can do. If we break, it's going to be a 1 bar break. 15 minute though, this third bar green I would like to take long, and this is going to overtake my my short. But if it dojis, there's nothing I can do. But if 1 minute, if it cracks up and gets a little bit of a body here, like maybe at like the 700s, it would stop me out anyways. But I'll be looking to go long. Other than that, this is looking funky. It's kind of stair-stepping, but with light volume. It feels squeezy to me. Feels like buyers are taking it up, and this feels squeezy. This feels very like market makers are trying to suppress the price action, but slipping. That's what it feels like to me right now. It's the same thing as yesterday when we kept trending up, and I'm like, dude, this is feeling like a squeeze. Doesn't feel like a true range here. So very funky. Let's see what happens here. We got 8 seconds left. This bar is not closing green. So all right. So let's see here. Let's see what happens here at this point. Now with that bar being red too, I'm expecting well, I probably shouldn't do this. I sold 4 more at the bottom of that range. That was poor. I'll still hold on to them, but now that I think about it, as soon as I did that, I was like, well, this is just an inside bar, so I'd prefer to sell the top side of that inside bar. Let's see here. This buyer is, look how active this buyer is, but I can't see him on the 5 minute. Gapped up, funky. Cover 1 there. I still think this flies, but this thing should be cracking to the downside. A lot of funky areas down here. And that's where I want to be a buyer down here. Let's make some sense of the market today. Come on, market makers. Double tapping into that zone again. I'm gonna take one off there because I don't want to deal with this guy again here. All right, so this player's gone. Stretch down here. This got taken. This got chewed up a little bit. All right, so this is kind of getting broken a little bit too. Should see at least 20 points, I'm assuming. I'm expecting this to kind of get tapped, the 56 area. I'm very shocked that this guy's holding so well. I just think it's not real selling. I think it's fabricated selling a little bit. I think the buying's, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it, but I don't know if that makes sense at the end of the day. All right, so this guy's gone. I expect all of this to get cracked. I expect all of it to crack down to the 40s. Cracked. Cracked. All right, that's nice selling here. Some actual zones here. Let's see. From here to here, then a big retracement. So that's that. And then from here to here, we're going to mark this zone here. Might try that little 76 level. Oh, that what? 676? 676 sell. We'll see. So you may finally rolling over a little bit on the 32nd. I don't know what that means, but still have that EMA down here, 54, and that correlates with the buying zone. So maybe I take one off at 54. Let's see. Take one off at 54 here. Go 55. Front run him a touch. All right, there is buying liquidity here. It's really just nasty looking, but that's why none of these zones are green. I don't really want to be a buyer at any of these zones. They don't make sense today. What do you guys think? What levels are you guys seeing? You guys see any levels here? Let me know. Short's still working here. Almost got her stopped. Look at that. Almost got stopped. Take profits at 48, and that's a 1.5. So we'll see. See if that one actually works out pretty good. Down here, we're cracking through all this. I don't know what to call it. I want to call it buying. Part of me wants to call it buying liquidity, but really, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to take one here. I'm going to leave this one off. There we go. All right, just because this is a double zone and it reacted to this double zone here, so. All right, let's see, get down here to the 42. I want to see a flush and flash, take out all this fake buying. I'm saying fake buying, but it could be real buying. I don't know. But I really think it's not. Look at this. Look at that. Dumpstered this full. I'm going to bust this up a little bit. 43.50. All right, this guy's almost gone.
Order filled.
Here we go. Got our fill on the short on the top step over here. Going to manage this 10 lot here that I have down here. No. 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 All right, I got cut for that last one. I wanted this zone to react a little bit better than that, but 30 seconds. This guy's gone. Look at this. We got close. Got close here. So I'm going to be a buyer. I'm going to front run this at 43.50. There we go. We got that one. Now let's see here. Let's see if we can actually catch a bidder here. A real one. See if we found the real buyer. If not, I'm playing the bottom end of this range here at 31. Come on. Come tag me out. Oh, man, that missed me too. Okay, so this guy's gone. We do have a real buyer accumulating here, but This is very interesting. So tap right at this level. We should get a nice little something. Huge selling into that though. I should have covered, right? I was thinking about, you know what, covering up into that bar with the increase. So this is your real seller. Selling volume tapered here. So I'm going to take 5 off at 52. Right ahead of 52. I'm going to take 5 off at 50 right here. All right. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Not real buying. Gets cut through. Want to see it come down to these levels. Just because this doesn't seem like real buying liquidity to me. It seemed fabricated. Does that make sense? All right, we'll see. If this could get actually really nasty. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're in pretty heavy. This should be a little bit of a buyer here. We should find buying here. If we don't, and this level gets clapped on a 5-minute, this is going to be actually pretty sketch. So we are below pre-market lows again. I think I should have taken a short somewhere around here. We're going to find out. This could be the biggest bar of the day. So I'm getting ready to go short here on my house blend. So here, manage this one though. So I'm going to try and finesse out of 10 here. I do want us to get up out of this range a little bit. All right, I'm going to take off some. Oh no, I'm buying. Whoops. Whoops. All right, there we go. I want to hold on to one here. I bought too much. I was buying too much there. Whoopsie. All right, so we hit the buyer here on the bottom end of this. I'm still in. I want to see it come up a little bit more. That's good there, right at the top of that where this beginning of the seller is here. And then we should see it kind of come down a little bit more. All right, so we nailed that. Actually, I'm done. I can't make any more money. Did we pass it? Oh, 50 bucks. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There's our 50 bucks. All right, this one's done. All right. Well, I might have to go get a practice account then. Oh, did my stinking, all my zones get deleted? Oh, that's a bummer. What if I can control Z any of that? No? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, that's one pet peeve with Top Step X is that crap happens. I hate when that crap happens. All right, so let's get back over here to the house strat anyways. We'll do this for right now. This is our Express account, so let's see here. We want 2-bar break. What's the biggest bar of the day? It's beyond the biggest bar of the day. Increase in volume. The volume's still not quite up here yet. There is a buyer down here that we're going to be running into, a real buyer. So I'm a little hesitant to short this. I need this volume to crack up. Oh, it's getting up there now, though. Let's see. All right. Don't want to sell 5. I think I'm going to take the short, not a recommendation. Increase, increase, increase. Decent sized candle, but not the biggest. So 2, 1. Okay. So not a recommendation. I'm going to take this short. I'm going to measure this. It just barely makes the mark here for that internal zone. All right. So that tap got taken. This is happening off. Wait, why is this here? 5-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute. This right here. This is where our top level's from. Okay. I don't know what happened there with Top Step X. That's my only pet peeve. I love the platform. Everything about it except for that. That was the worst. If I need to change the layout or save the layout or something. All right. Well, past that combine with the new strategy. It's exciting. All right. I know I'm running into buyers here though, so let's go see. Should we go with another combine account or should I do a practice account? What time is it? 7:56? Yeah. Let's see the 30-second. I want to see the 30-second here. Yeah, so that was, we played right into that seller. Caught up, what was that? Like 20 points there in that sell with big bids. And now we're ripping up again. This is where that buyer is. This is the thing about this strategy that I've come to learn is that I know why. I think I know how to get better fills and everything into this strategy and hit good targets. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. This is a strong buyer, so we're gonna find out what happens. I don't want to average down, so I'm just gonna let this one ride. If I take the 120, then we take it. So increase in buying, nice buying volume. All right, let me go get this practice account set up real quick. All right.
Douche.
You want juice? All right. Give me a second. All righty.
This one.
Which one? Which one? This one?
This.
All right. Here we go. Should be able to have a practice. Here's it is. There we are. Okay. There we go. Let's get out of here now. Get out of here. Let's open a new one. Put my regular one over here. And man, I need to make all new levels now. What a pain. All right. So, little 2-bar there. We're in the short. And we're starting to get a little good range here. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. So that short, this was that bull trap, and it worked on a 3-point. We caught that bull trap on the way down. That's the one trade we did today on this house account here, express account. So for about 30 points, which wasn't bad. We're gonna try and catch another 60 points on this move here if we can get it. So, all right, practice account. Let's start from scratch. You guys get to see the charting right now, charting process. So for right now, I don't need to get too specific. I don't need to get too crazy. Actually, I'm going to go get my kid juice and get him a waffle, and then we're going to chart this. That's what sounds better. I might get myself a little blueberry waffle too while I'm at it. Good trading though here. Big seller came in, so we're going to see how this buyer reacts here. I would say in the short term, this buyer from here to here, which is these two candles. So this guy is stronger than these sellers so far. And then you have your real selling from here to here. Let's see, boom, 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 but I'm not counting that guy. So, oops, let's change this color. Here's your real selling right here. So this is how I'm marking these levels. Bigger buyer, smaller seller, but still a real seller. And really the selling is coming from previous over here too. So you have a little bit of overlap. Oh, that actually the guy is taken. But this one right here from here to here. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Right here. And then you have a little bit of this liquidity right here. Right here. See, we tapped up into that liquidity, kind of started getting aggressive away from it. New buyers weren't interested. New buyer in the 5, new buyer in the 15. We're right in the middle of the range. So we could play a little range bound stuff for a second. But if this liquidity cracks, then it's going to get scary. So, well, scary to the downside. It doesn't really matter. If you're shorting, it's going to get non-scary. It's going to be very happy. I'm going to mark the 30-second zones in a second. I'm going to go get a waffle, and then we're going to start shaking some. Might as well go crazy with a practice account. Might as well quintuple the size. All right, I'll be back. All right, we're back. Okay, so still in that short. 15 minutes about the 2-bar break. 15-minute 2-bar breaks in about 5 minutes. This volume kicks up. I want to look to add to the short, and the short's about to get really big. But if it doesn't, we're gonna see. Boom, boom, boom. Buying volume tapered. So let's have a little. Yeah, let's have a little look here. Good morning, by the way. So buy volume tapered. Boom, boom, boom. Tapered off the 15-minute. Big seller came in. The seller got swapped a little bit, but we do have this last night selling that happened. So increase in volume to the sell, which is saying a new 15-minute guy is trying to position himself here, maybe. But from this context, if we get a new seller comes in real heavy, I would look to take the short for continuation down to even maybe the 2s or something. But if not, we're going to see what's going to happen here. Oops, let me remove that back. There we go. Well, it doesn't really matter. I actually don't need this anymore. This one is with the Express account. So we're in the Express account trade. Here we go. All right, so don't need this, and I don't need the 30-second. Let's put this back on the right parameters here. All right. So had this. Oop. There you go. There you go. All right. So I have that 1 2-bar here. We're gonna might try and play another 2-bar here. A little bit tricky context, so we're not quite there yet, but we are looking like we're getting there. Let's start messing around with my practice account so we pass that other combine. Hey Shark, what's up, my dude? How are you? I put in your channel. I threw down that little. So me and him passed another 50K. I passed a 50K with my new strategy first try. I new strategy and I passed it first try. That's never happened. So it's pretty wild to me actually. All right, let's make sure this is correct here. Is this a break? Oh man, this is a close one. This is a close one. Hey Pop, where's your milk? Oh, there's your milk. There you go. All right, so new seller buying to try. Buyers are still trying. We're have to mark these zones up again. All right, let's see here. Is this a buyer? No. Okay, I mean a seller? No. Let's make sure that pivot was good though too. I have to be specific here. I have to be specific when we're dealing with specifics. All right, so let's check this 15-minute. So the 15-minute, notice the volume. Volume's kind of tapering. It still is a 2-bar though. The biggest thing for me is getting the volume below the bars we're trying to break, which is these 2 bars here. The volume didn't quite get up there. So unless the next 3 minutes we double the volume or more, it's going to be a hard take. But usually that's with continuations. Inside breaks usually aren't as heavy like that. So we're gonna have a little look here. So again, the 5-minute right here, I'm gonna get ready to add. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see if we had to add. But we are all in the context of this trend here, which is this is your major macro trend down here. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is. So this is kind of how I play the morning ranges. So we will see. It's going to be very interesting tapping into some of that buying liquidity. Oh, I'm just showing you guys the wrong one this whole time. How is this working? All right, hold on one second. There we go. Okay. Now we're in the, okay. So now you guys are seeing what I'm saying. Yeah, dude. It's all good, Shark. Hope you're doing well too. I was surprised. I was surprised because that strategy is very, it's probably the most active I've ever been in trading. And then when I used to trade, you know, when I had some bad habits, oh, we still had bad habits, but you know what I'm talking about. When I was like, having a hard time passing combines. Again, I'm an options trader, right? So I was trading full-time options. Different animal, just completely different animal. This one you don't get as rewarded on the extremes when you're right. This one you have to be more surgical. Futures is more surgical to me. So whereas options, you got a little bit more finessing that can happen. You know, options eventually I'm gonna start playing options again because they're great overall. But yeah, we're gonna see. All right, so let's get over the practice account. So this is our short, looking for a couple breaks. This 15-minute volume needs to kind of tick up for me, but let me see here. Where would this move go down to? Much we got left? 1 minute left. That's still decent. It's still decent. Because that's right by our 60 range here. 43 seconds left. Where's the, let's just have a little peek here because I'm going to try and add to this short here in a second. All right, what are we at? 20? No, that's not what I want. 30 seconds left in this bar. Volume looks like it is picking up. All right, here we go. That's what I want right here. Ooh, it's picking up. Let's see. Smacking fair value gaps right now. There's another one down here. All right, I got the break, got the close, ripping up a touch. I'm going to short and add to the short here. So I've decided to add to the short. That's weird. Why don't I have a stop in here? So stop, I'm going to put right 3 points above this one, which is going to be at 91 roughly, 91.25. Top of this range. I'll just play into this take profit down here since they're about the same. I think they're like 3 points off. Actually, maybe not. Let me see here. Let's double check. Oh, no, they're not 3 points off. 43 playing the bottom of the range, huh? 43. So I'll have to put this one at 43, and then I'm putting the other one wherever that first one was. Let's see here. At 70. I think I had it at 70, but this one's saying 72. We'll go 72. All right, so there it is. Have our markers in place here. And if this one breaks again, I'm taking it probably again, so we're gonna find out. All right. Okay, so now let's do a little bit of some dancing here. It's revolting. He's starting a revolt up in here. So no, different cartoons. Not these ones. I want the good ones. Yeah, chicken. Like chicken? Okay, let's go find these buyers now. On the 30 seconds, since we're tapping into this pool anyways. And this is our only real buyer here. We could call this one a block, though. Technically, I didn't know. We're not going to call it a block because this had to have come from somewhere else. Let's go find where he came from. Oh, yeah, this was funky yesterday. Even again, all this buying to me wasn't real buying. There was some real buyers at certain levels, but they ended up all getting cracked, which is what I was expecting because I said yesterday was full of Bologna. The way it felt was just like a short squeeze. Just felt short squeeze. This is what a short squeeze looks like. You ever seen a short squeeze? This isn't just relentless buying. This right here is short squeeze. That's what a short squeeze looks like. Trying to accumulate lightly, force buying pressure down, accumulate force, and just gets overtaken, and then they have to start covering, and then they're trying to do it again, covering, trying to. You see what I'm saying? This is all short squeeze. So in the aftermarket session, they can actually have a little bit more leeway in the London, and then we're able to get the price back down, and now get buyers trapped, and they shove it down. So this 100% to me is short squeeze. This is like preemptive short squeeze. So that's what it looks like. Traded lots of. If I was buying options and I saw this price action happening, it would be all in. I'd be like, let's do it. All right, let's see here. By the way, might have a little bear trap here on the 5. Need to find these buyers. All right, off, 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 up. Here's one. This one here. That's what I'm saying. All these buyers, not even that bottom level was real buying. It's all baloney. Let's see if we can find the other one. But increase, so a little tiny bit of a brick here. Very light brick. Very light brick here. Oops. Sliver. 3-point sliver here. Line the mouse perfectly. There we go. I didn't even get close to this guy yet, so there we go. There's another sliver. So this is a bear trap. I'm not taking it. Stay in the short. All right. Big sell, buy, new buyer here, but this is like an anomaly fudged buyer, so this is your buying here. All right. So let's see. We're still well above. Oh, we're well above that now, I guess. But okay, look. So the morning tapped into this liquidity and came back up. I'm still going to call this a filled liquidity. So I'm going to call that a fill. But that was about the range that it bounced off of. So we pretty much tapped all of our buying. All right. Okay. Now let's get a little bit more specific here. So increase, right, between these two. See these two bars, how they increase in volume. 2 bars, increase volume. I'm gonna move that right here. So normally go to this bottom wick here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Normally go to this bottom wick here. But since that some of that liquidity got taken, moving them down. And this zone's gonna be gold. So this is gonna be the zones we're trying to get a little, oops, don't want that color actually. Want a little bit better pricing from. So that's what we're looking for. Looking how can we get, because some of these zones are 100 points long, right? Some of these two zones, how big is this zone? 28 to 72. Well, now I got taken into a little bit, but 28, so 16 to 50 points. We don't want to hold for 50 points when we're running with 20 contracts. So we're trying to find a little bit better where exactly is. That's why we're at the 30-second. That way we can get out of these holds quick too, because with the 30-second, the bars aren't going to be too scary. So here's another buyer here, right here. Even these zones are pretty big these are big, almost 20 point 30-second bars. It's pretty fascinating. See how we bounced right off of that zone though? We started tapping into this buyer right here, ate up some of the liquidity and bounced off. So these zones are where the buyers are currently, where that buying liquidity is at. All right, let's get back over here again. So another little increase here, which gives us the tiniest sliver, which I think the sliver gets taken, but this would be here. But then with that getting eaten and the liquidity, this is your little front run spot here. See that though in the 5-minute? Look at that. Bouncing right off that area for almost, was that 30 points? So we would have played into this a bit. Definitely would have came and reloaded down here. And then we played right up into that sell liquidity up here, which is your official sell. So we're gonna see as we continue. So we got some of these zones marked. You do have a new aggressor here on a little bit lighter volume basis here, a little bit lighter of a volume. And then let's see, you got selling that. This is your heavy selling up here on the smaller time frame. Boom, 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 boom. Some of that liquidity got eaten. So yeah, increase in volume. So you do have a new seller here as well. So this seller's active right here. Let's see here, red. So we're tapping up into him in the first minute. So this is some selling liquidity. So are we on the practice account? All right. So we're gonna go big. We're gonna play with doubles this whole time. So if we blow it, we blow it. Let's see here. Sell anomaly. I might play a touch. I would like to play the back end of that at 48, 49. We'll go here. I should have sold. I'll sell. Whoops. Where are we at? Just making sure I'm on the right one here. I should have sold here right at the close. I wanted to sell it, but it's all right. If we come back up again, I'll still sell this in the back end at 55. So we'll go 54. Not trading recommendations, by the way. This is a simulated account now, officially. Officially practice account. We did have a little bit of a bear trap here. So notice that we have a little bit of that bear. Tried to go lower, came back up. They're getting squeezed, but we're assuming that the seller's bigger. That's why we're not necessarily taking it. So
Order filled.
all right, so we got filled for the 10. This is simulated, so I'm still going to try and trade it as if I would my real account. So usually through logic here. So I'm playing the back end of this 30-second seller here where it started getting crazy, where the seller started to sweep it up. So some of that buying's coming in now. We've got 23 seconds left, but notice the volume's tapering off unless we all of a sudden get a new buyer that gets crazy. So I'm assuming we'll get a little bit of a retracement off this candle, but we're gonna see this close this zone down a little bit here. See if we get the back end of this fill. Let's see. Can we get it? All right, so now that we've closed here, buy volume decreased. I like this as a short still in the short term. We're back above pre-market lows again. I still like this for a bitty short here. If we close above this 54, 55 though, I'm probably gonna stay out of this and try and get a better positioning. Not a recommendation, by the way. We do have buyers trying to take this up. You have a new buyer. Well, let me see actually here. You don't really have a new buyer yet. This is a buying block here, but that was a bit of absorption too. So I'll keep an eye on this. Got filled for the second on the back end of this. This is where we should find this having a little bit of trouble right here. Having a little bit of trouble staying above. Again, I'm going a decent amount heavier than normal on a practice account. So we'll see what happens. 7, 6, 5. I'm going to give it 15 seconds. If we don't retrace 15 seconds into this, then this is going to get crazy to the upside again. We do have a seller up here, your other major seller up here. So I'm still not too concerned. I could even play the 65s. Let's see here. We'll sell a couple there. All right, so we took in 2 more, average down. I like the way how fast it came up. I'd actually prefer it to come up fast like that. Where are we at here? Big sell here. So this is the top end of our big seller. And this is some of that liquidity here. So we ate up into some of this liquidity. And I expect it to be a little higher than this. If this guy gets taken, I'm going to have to close this trade. Again, I'm going heavier than normal. So losing $1,000 is more like losing it's going to be like losing 80 or something like that. Still going to take another sell here. Just get my average up a touch. 669. That's really where we want to be at. Let me see here. Sell. A little retracement. This is your other zone. Nuke bar. Ate up into some of that liquidity. This could get scary. Expecting a little bit of some rejection here off of this. And maybe even come back down into this area at the end of 2 minutes. So we're going to find out. New buyers taking this up. Boom, boom. I really don't want to be super wrong on my first trade on a practice account, but I still don't mind it until we crack. Let's see. Oh, it's tricky. It is tricky. Still, buy volume is not too crazy. It should be off this candle, though. We're about to hit our top trend, which is at 73. Oh, man, this is crazy. How to hold with so many bars here. This is where it gets a little because if I was holding this big of a position, I would have covered already. All right, I'm going to play this back end here. I think we should be still good, though. Tapering and buy volume. Not a recommendation. If we go up to 50, I'm still going to take the short here because it's right at the top trend. Oh, there we are. All right, let's see. Now we're in for 100 contracts. Good Lord, we might blow this practice account first trade. That'd be funny. Okay, so I need to cover. That's what I need to do. I need to limit my risk here. So I'm trying to limit the risk. I'm assuming that in 1 minute and 30 seconds, this candle comes back and gets underneath this wick here, but it's ramping up, so it's blowing faces off here. So now what to do? Starting to crack that lower end too. We might even lose on our actual express account here. The seller's getting eaten up into here. So let's find out. We're cracking that top trend. This should be a new buyer with increase of volume here on the 5 minute for sure. Yeah, there you are. So how this retraces is going to be important. All that selling got cracked. I'm still running for pretty heavy here, but this seller got cracked. Really, I should get out of this trade. But I'm kind of banking on this 5 minute retracement here. So yeah, but this one should have got cracked. As soon as we cracked that lower level, I should have been able to cover. All right, 30 seconds left. We're going to blow this account right off the bat. First trade. Amazing. Just ripping. Right off this liquidity down here. This was the real buyer. Had I been there, I would like to go along there, but I would not have held all the way up here. I can tell you that. All right, so buyers are taking this up very, very aggressively. I might have to reset this practice account right off the bat. Let's see. Can we finesse it? All right, so that liquidity got chewed up crazy. So if we tap down a little bit, otherwise this account's getting blown. I'm gonna have to cover heavy where I don't want to. So I'm gonna cover some there, and I'm gonna cover some there. Okay. The reason why I'm holding this long is because I know there's liquidity. It'd be very funky for it just to blast through all of the selling liquidity in one go. So that's why the covering happened the way it did. I didn't want to hold that much, but I knew that we had a little bit of some rejection on the table here. So that buyer is still active. So now we're dealing with these internals. So I halved the size roughly. Now the risk isn't as much. It's still going to be something for sure. But let's see here. Still not got stopped out of our trade. We had one trend break here with increased volume. Let's see. Let's see if it holds. I have to reverse all these trades. Very interesting. Huge retracement. That was a 100-point, 80-point retracement about. All right, so this guy's gone. Gone. Let's find our new buyers here. This is a new buyer here, taking this all the way up. So from here to here, new buyer, big buyer. All right, so I'm gonna sell up into this again a little bit here.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, maybe play down to the 66 level again. We go a little heavier on the contracts. I want to get rid of a bunch of these at 67 probably. Get rid of half of them. Majority of them. If we come toe tap here, 67 level. All right, let me see here. Let's find more buyers. Boom, boom, boom. Nope, this is a block though, so we'll take this as a block. Yeah, this is some crazy averaging down. I normally, I mean, it looks scarier than what it is, but you have to think I'm 10xing the size. So really, this is only $137 loss on my normal account. So don't be too concerned with the P&L here. P&L is not too crazy. We're down. If I'm 10xing size, I went what 130 contracts or something like that. So that would really be 13 micros. So this would be a $130 loss, which is completely manageable. How we finesse that. Now, at one point, though, what was I down? Like 3,000, 4,000? So that would have been at one point like 30 loss. So there we go. Got a little bit of that crack here. Expecting us to get just a little love, but nothing too crazy. What we got increase here. This is very clean buying. So I'm expecting this to be an actual buyer. So I'm going to taper off there pretty heavy. Hold on to this last one. Almost break even. Actually, I'm up at the profits a touch, but so off that initial pull, we covered some. Took a little bit of a loss there, but I was okay with that because I needed to offload some of that liquidity. And yeah, it got kind of sketch. Wow, if this actually retraces, this is going to be a big bull trap. Bulls try to go higher if it comes all the way back down into these bodies here, but doesn't break this. If it comes all the way down to here, I'm going to add to my short here. All right, so I'm going to start tapering off of this one because I know we're in this buying liquidity down here. So taper off half. Should be a buyer stepping in somewhere around here. This selling was big. All right, let's see how this 50 seconds left in this 5 minute. Getting pretty crazy. Okay, so some liquidity here. I know they're here. But this was very interesting the way that this buying happened. Very funky. 30 seconds left. Some of this liquidity is getting sold. And that's why we wanted to sell up towards the top end of this seller. And I knew that we were breaking out of this trend. Although this happened a lot faster than I thought it would. Very, very funky. 17 seconds left. I might have to add to my short here. As long as it doesn't get below this. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, I can't move the mouse. All right. All right. All right, so that cracked. I have to take another sell. Oh. All right, it's taking another sell here on the top step account. So where does this trap go? This is very interesting now. I think it goes all the way down to the 2-bar break. Very interesting. So this would be a 1.75, but under this context, it goes all the way down to 543 being an umbrella. So we'll see if these shorts pay off. Now I'm risking 342 with 3 micros. It's a lot. It's a lot. 60 points a micro. So we're going to see if those pay off, but I'm just following rules here. Got to follow the rules. We'll say that this is a short and we need to take it. So that's what I'm doing. That was a fake break. We still going to run into a little bit of liquidity down here, especially with the pre-market low. If this fails again, though, this could put some extra heat. This is going to be our break point here. This is your liquidity right here. So we'll see. We'd like to see a nice flush, but anything can happen. All right, let's bring this liquidity down now because it got eaten up into. And this player's gone here. So there is the back end of this player plus the pre-market low. Argument to be made that I could take some profits here at the 40s and then start playing up into this buyer here. This seller still isn't as strong as these buyers yet. If this second wave ramps up, that's going to be more interesting to me. In the short term, I still think this buyer is stronger. So that's going to be something to consider. I might actually try to get a better fill here. Tapping into the pool of liquidity here, I might try and get a better fill. It's okay if we reverse and shove down. To me, I would have wanted bigger volume from this candle for me to hold it longer. So all of that work, 15 contracts or whatever, 20, 30, 40, 50 contracts. What was I at? I was at like 100 contracts or something like that for 183 bucks. That's really, I had to finesse it, but averaging down is not a good idea. But how this happened without like an aggregate support plus playing the top of this range, it was it's one of those times where it could have been really bad, like really bad, if we would have blasted through all this liquidity. So I would have normally done that, but I would have been about if we would have blasted through liquidity on my real account, that would have been probably down about 400 bucks. On this account, about 4,000. So still not too bad, but yeah, not great. All right. What I don't want is to hold this trade all morning long. That's what I don't want to do. All right, so buyers are trying. This is a new buyer here. Trying to take this up. We do have some selling. Let me see here, right here to here. Oh my gosh. Here to here. And let me see here. Yep. Boom, boom. This was one seller too, but he's holding on by a sliver actually. One little seller here. Whoa, this is pretty intense, pretty heavy. There we go. Hey, like that. All right, so a little sliver of the seller here, but they're not supported by a 5-minute seller. So we got 1 minute left in this candle. The volume's tapered. If we flush to the downside, I would actually like that less. I would prefer some bulls to get trapped and then a second go to the downside. That's what I would prefer. Good morning, by the way, guys. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. Thank you for liking the video. We passed our combine. We passed our 50K this morning. Another 50K. I have my Express still up. So we're trading the Express account over here, which we're in a big short. We're looking for the 543s, 571 area. We're in a couple different bull traps. That's that context. Back over to the practice account. We just started the practice account because we passed our 50K combine today, and this one happened pretty quick. So we had a couple really good days and a lot of trades. I trade a ton on this. The fees on this got to be insane. I wonder how much fees I actually have. What is this? How many trades? About 700? No, 600 trades. 600 trades is like $300 in commissions or something like that. I have my worst trade is commissions. That's what it is. I wish I could see the commissions, but oh well. Oh, hopefully it didn't load my bad chart. Okay, good. All right, so cracking the seller here. We're not done the combine. We're gonna do a bit of practice, and we're gonna try and make some money. We're going 10x the size of my normal size. So if you see 183, this is actually only $18. Right? So keep that in mind. All right, so the top of this range, 71, could be a little player here. I try and take a little stab here. There we go. See, we tap that liquidity a little bit and get a little love here on the backside. This is a new buyer, though, so this will be interesting to see what happens. I would prefer to play the 82 level, but let's just see if this guy holds. If he doesn't, then we clap the trade. It's as simple as that. All right, he held. Will he hold for long, though? There's an active seller there still. I'm going to take a little off because it's acting a little funky. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Bottom tick that too. 61, that's what the buyer, or this is what that previous seller was. So, all right. Very interesting. Very interesting. So that would have been $20 on the real account. We ended up getting 200 out of that here. All right, another buyer here. I wouldn't mind being a buyer 51. Let's see here, see if it'll hold up. We'll go 52.50. I'll buy the top end of this range. Go with 4. See if we tap back down into this pool here. I would love to be a bigger buyer here at the 40s though. Let's see here, 40, back into 40. Where's this buyer at? Boom, 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 boom. Sell volume decreasing, so I'm going to take a bid here, a small bid, because of the way the sell volume happened. This wasn't real selling yet. And we're at the bottom of this range, so maybe come play back up to the 70s, maybe higher. We'll find out in a second here. The 5-minute candle closed. So the way the 5-minute candle closed is that it went up, and I preferred it with lower volume because now we get a little extra bulls trapped here. And then if we actually catch a good sell-off here, we're going to get a nice big sell-off, and this will add fuel to the fire to come down to these levels. If not, we just keep catching bidders, then hey, it is what it is. We tried the position. But I like this context a little better than having 2 red bars that were weak. So back over here. I took a bid because at the bottom of the range, this sell volume tapered. I'm expecting this seller to kind of get taken and maybe us to go up to 83. So I probably will play the 80s. Where's 80 at? 80s right here. I'll play 79.50. Not trading recommendations again. Did catch a little bidder, but I don't know how I feel about the seller here yet. All right, this is a little heavy for me. A little heavy. Let's chill it out a little bit. I felt like I was stuck in a level in an Atari game right there. Hey, dude, I need to pass this boss so I can get past this song. Buy volume increase, new buyer. Yeah, I should take it right up there to that liquidity. We'll take that right there.
Order
Boom.
filled.
Top of the seller. Take that little piece there. We're up $68 now. I don't mind that at all. If we flash up a little bit more, I want to sell at the 79, maybe even the 82s. We'll see. As far as like the house strat goes, this is kind of getting sketched now, but I have to continue to hold this position. But this buying's looking great here. So you had your buyer here, you had another buyer here, taking that up right off that liquidity, new buying interest. That's what you want to see for the longs. The shorts don't really look that strong from a liquidity standpoint. Again, this house strategy is profitable, so taking losses is okay for me. I'm just need to make sure I'm trading in the right context, and here this is the right context that I need to trade. So I'm okay with taking all these losses, even though I know that I feel as buyers are stronger. Just tons of data have been accumulated on this strategy, so I'm not too stressed about this at all. If we take the loss, then we'll catch some on the back end. It's all good. So let's get back over here. So my sell's about to get slapped. Oh no, come on, 78. I did front run the 80s a touch. I'm even front running this liquidity up here a touch. So I'm kind of assuming, well, technically you have your new big seller here. So actually I mismarked this a touch. This should be right here. See that? See how we're tapping into that liquidity and coming down a little bit? I'll take 10 off.
Order filled.
I'll take a 10 to get my hand in the cookie jar, but I really want this 30 in the back end of this 82 is what I really want. Right here. I go, where are we at here? All right. Missed my fill again. It'll come for it. It's coming. This is nice buying here. So this is looking like it could blast off, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. No? It's just going to miss me and flush. Cool. Cool. Take 5 off
Order
there.
filled.
Buying still. If this buying gets swept here, this thing, I feel like this thing's going to break some necks here. We get a little bounce and then a break, or just a flush. But I would play the back end of this guy at the 30s. I'd be playing the back end of this guy at the 30s. Down here. Maybe like a 34. So we'll see. This is a new buyer right here. Boom, boom, boom. Very clean too. So tapping into this liquidity a touch. This is a new buyer. The seller got taken. Gone. Oh, this flew, bro. Yes. Hey. Dude. Getting crazy with that flu, dude. Try Anchorman. Alright, so I still think this is a new aggressor on the sell. So I may want to move these down a smidge. Move them down to this range here. So going to play the back end of that at 50s, but this is your new liquidity. See that? See how we reacted right off there? Actually, scratch that. This is going to be where this is going to go. There we are. This is your official. It's official now off the 32nd. This is your new selling volume. A little bit of a double cross here. This is a little heavy for that though. Might want to only go 10 at 75. 75. I want to go, yeah, this is cool. Probably not going to sell this much here. And I'm going to front run this one a touch. 82, that's fine. Okay, here's your players. All right, come on. Let's go. Come on. I don't like how it's cold like this. I want it to be hot. There we go. That's a little warmer. All right, so missing fills here, just barely. Second time's worse, so I really don't want to play this one the second time here. I wanted the first touch. We missed that by a couple ticks here. 1, 2, 2 ticks. 2 tick rig. Buying, selling. Trying to play the sell side a little bit. All right, let's see. Let's get more of these bulls trapped up here. It's reacting a little bit more aggressive now off the zone. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. Someone's offloading liquidity there somewhere. All right, so I don't like this as much because it's a second touch and it's a little cold to the touch here. So you see how it's kind of fluttering and staying up here at these levels. Don't like it as much. So I'm going to look to cover this a little quicker. I would like it to kind of flash up though and then get shoved into. But let's see here. Buying volume stepped up again. So this technically is a new buyer underneath wherever this lands on the 32nd. We're shooting up a little bit of this liquidity up here. I'm going to cover 5 here because this is feeling a little eerie to me to the upside. So I'm going to take off 5, limit my risk a little bit. All right, so here's your buyer, your new aggressor here. So this should be another 5 off here at the bottom of this line right here because this is double position here, double liquidity. So that's another line. See what I'm saying? You guys understand that? Does that make sense? Buyer here, buyer's second level was here. So this is a buyer trying to defend this position. You see that? See what I'm saying? Limited the risk. Came in, ate up this liquidity. Now this guy's gone. Still going to play the backside of this to this 82 level. There we go. So we got our 50 tag here. So now I'm expecting a little bit bigger heat here. I'm going to hold this position a touch more. Let's see. Increase in volume, but we do have a big seller here. So I'm going to sell off 10. That was kind of a bummer, but would like to get a better fill on that. So let's see here. I want it to be a little stronger than this. So we tapped up almost into all of this liquidity here. Holding on by a thread. By the way, 91 is our stop out on the other account. So, all right, let's see. We're tapping into bigger liquidity. We don't have a new 5-minute bidder yet, so I'm still expecting this to come down to the 50s. Oh, whoa. All right, expecting a 50 rotation here. So that's kind of what I'm holding for. It's either I'm risking the break of this at 91 or we're getting a 50s rotation. So that's what I'm looking for. I might take a little bit off though down here at 66 if we come back down. Or we blast up and rip off my face. So it's going to be one of those two. There we go. Picking up a little bit. There's that little bit of liquidity. Do I want to be here? Nah, I'd probably be at 66. So let's see here. Maybe 60. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 10 off there. Keep this one off. 66 is going to be the next one. Right here at this little bit again because I know there's that buying liquidity. But you see how this level makes sense? Does that make sense to you guys? It's working today. Yesterday, the levels were atrocious, but... All right, let's see if we get another one. No? No? Doesn't want it. I still think we come down to the 50s, but EMA is trailing too, so let's see. Back to the house strat. Dude, I'm trading in a saloon right now. Straight west, I need a 6-piece. All right. Boom. Boom. A little bit of an anomaly at the top of the range on the 5-minute. If this closes red, this could be another signal to go short. Again, none of this is trading recommendation. I went into a triple trap the other day, which I'm like, I was so confident. And I went heavy because I was confident. I wanted content for the stream. I was like, this is going to be great. And it blew through everything. And a portion of it was because I misread the context. But there's an argument I'm misreading this whole context. We're gonna see a little later. But in any case, those are the ideas. So buy volume tapering. I want to see how this closes. This closes, I'm gonna take a little more. Closes low on the volume. Close low on volume. I'm taking another short. 2 more. That wasn't great volume here. It was okay, but it wasn't great. Wasn't a new buyer, so okay, taking a little short here. Sliver's holding on here. All right, tapping back up this liquidity again. Now I'm pretty heavy. 665 feels pretty heavy. I don't know. With the buy volume tapering, I'm assuming this buyer is not strong yet. This is from this good dude down here. So there's not new buying that's happening yet. We're playing up to a strong seller here. So if I had to get an educated guess on whose position or whose hand is a little better, I'm going to say this 83's hand is a little bit better than the 67 and the 66 hand. So this guy's got like king 9 offsuit. This dude's dealing with like a 8-10 suited. You know what I mean? Maybe not even that. 10-8 unsuited. That's what I'm assuming here. Should I have covered some there? Maybe. Maybe I'll cover a little bit here. Take a couple there. Because I did bid some at the top here, that range. Take a little off the table. Still have this 5 marker. See the sell volume increase there? So we do have a new seller positioning himself right here. Right here. This is your new seller. So, we're going to see how this reacts here. So the buyer wasn't new, the seller is new. All right, look at this. Look at this. Doesn't it look like it's getting ready to flag up and press and blast this into outer space here a little bit? And then get that vibes, ascending wedge vibes, flat ascending wedge vibes. I don't know. If I was a pattern trader, this feel bullish, but I'm not a pattern trader anymore. Drop my cape on that one. All right, come on. Come on down here. Again, this buying is interesting. There is buying. This is kind of a buyer here. There's really no 5-minute buyer yet. This is like a big volume doji. There's a lot of buy side absorption here and probably real buying action, but they're not getting the buying interest they want above these levels. So if this fails, this could fail catastrophically. Let's see if I get my catastrophic failure here. We still have 45. I'm gonna take 5 off here. All right, see if we get this 67. I'm front running this a touch. There's no hope. This buyer is just trying, giving it everything he's got. Tapped into that liquidity a little bit. Look at him. Who is this guy? All right, because of that price action, I should cover a little bit, but I'm still not going to. I should though. All right, let's have a little line here. All right, so this is about your action here. So we're kissing the bottom end of this. If this can't push here, it'd be very interesting to see what happens.
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow, 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 wow. There you go. Low volume pullback. So let's look at the volume here from this standpoint. I might get my doors blown off right now, but so increase in buying here. You have 2 buyers. If we're to look at this just standard, here's your first buyer. Here's your second buyer off the tick here. So they're defending this position down here at 27. This is not really a new aggressive buyer here, and they're having a hard time getting new buyers to step in so far. With this volume tick, you could call this a little bit of buying, but it's going to depend on what this candle is. But nonetheless, we have seller here, and the seller here is pretty strong here. And we're having a hard time getting above this seller right here, tapping into that liquidity. So, and again, we have a seller. It's overlapped from this seller here too. So we have these 2 lines. So if you blast off and we actually cut through this, you're going to cut through the 80s and you're going to blast up above the 700s again. And then we have a little selling before we tap into this bigger brick here, and that'll be the last of it pretty much until you get up to 770. So a little bit of dredge here, but we're having a hard time. I shouldn't say we're having a hard time. It's just slowing. No. No, 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 no. All right, so those are the ideas. That makes sense? All right, I'm getting rid of this now. Getting rid of this. Getting rid of this. Getting rid of that. So not real selling yet. I'm expecting this to kind of snap a little bit though. Let's see. See if I get my little fill here at 67. Let's give me a little kiss. I'd like to get out a little bit more. Come on. No? Doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. Whoever this is getting really funky here. It's actually kind of sketching me out a little bit. It feels very eerie the way that this is being handled. Whoever this is like really actively trying to prop up this position. When I see stuff like this happen and I don't see it being attributed here, it's kind of like, yeah, it could go up, but I'm still going to hold on to that short case until we get down to the 52s, until we find some new buying. So they're trying to emulate real buying. It's just not, they're not attracting buyers yet. Here we go. Got a little bit of a fill there. So they're not attracting buyers yet. Now, I'm definitely not attracted. So let's see if we get a little pull here down to the 52s. No? Wants to bounce off. This is that area. I'm telling you, they're trying to defend this area at 66 here. All right, it's getting pushed into a little bit here. Let's see if they can hold on to it. This is that area. I want to take another 10 off here. I'm going to take another 10 off here. The reason why I am, because they're playing this so heavy right now, I'm limiting my risk just in case they fly it up. I still believe in the short, though. Not a recommendation, by the way. Please trade at your own risk. This is a simulation account. It's not real money. All right. See them? See them fighting over this area right here? They're fighting. If this guy cracks, they might have to let this go. Oh, they're budgeting. All right, guys. We got to lay off here. Spent $100 million trying to defend 666. $52. $52. So broke that. Let me see here. We're down to this buyer now. So technically this one, officially. If this guy breaks, it's breaking. I don't even know if I want to be I think I would prefer to be a buyer down here, 17. Go crazy here. That sounds like a crazy idea, huh? From a price action standpoint, this is still funky. If we go red candle and the volume picks up here, this could be really good for the short side. But they're defending this position well here. So this could get a lot of legs here pretty soon. Definitely am done shorting this. I don't necessarily want to take another short up here with how strong they're defending this area. Maybe the back end. Maybe at 90. I don't know. If they blast it off, it's going to outer space. All right, let's clip that just so YouTube doesn't own me. Clip that song. All right, so well. Let's see here. Where am I looking at? Where are we at here? Buy volume increasing again, but it's very it's calculated, but the price action's not really reflecting it. So this is very even hard to tell where the buyer actually is. I would say maybe just down here, because this isn't actually a solid body. This candle almost retraced all the way, and this candle, this actual bull candle, tapered off volume. Look at this. They're defending this area like it's the whole world depends on this area here. It's amazing. So they put the new buyer. If that new buyer starts failing, which it looks like he did, so they cracked a little bit here, the sellers did. This is getting cracked too. Let's see here. When's my first appointment this morning? We gotta check. We gotta keep an eye out here. 10:30. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. Starting to pick up volume. If this goes red, this is going to be really good for the shorts because they're going to assume a new 5-minute position. We have a new 5-minute seller. But cumulatively. Very interesting. Either one of these players cracks is going to go. Do we have a new seller here? Did I miss them? One to here. Yeah, we do actually. So a little bit of a new seller too, but putting on a little position here. A little bit of a new seller here. You dropping eggs? What's going on here? What? All right, buy volume's tapering. Take another short here. That buy volume tapering up into this area. I don't care if it goes up. I'm going to take a couple more. All right, I'm taking one more off there. All right, selling another one. Selling another one to this hot zone here. We're in for 50 again. All right, let's see. Buy volume tapering up into the seller. This is a zone. They can't find new buying interest. Well, we'll see. This could be the new buyer right here. 7 seconds. It is the new buyer. He's hiding. All right, let's see. So this seller got cracked here. So everything might get cracked here. I'm actually going to cut it. Should I cut it? I almost cut it right there. I should limit my risk. Yeah, I'm going to add more to the sell here. Right here at the top, and then I'm going to add some more 80s. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. What do we got here? 82? 82. All right. This is a new buyer. This is a new buyer. I just don't trust them. Even though we're cracking this trend.
Order filled.
All right, we got filled on the order. Might get stopped out here at 91. Now we're going to see how we can finesse this here. Looking for a little bit of some pushback here. How many am I in for? 12? Oh, 120? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's see. This might get a little frisky up here. This could get real scary here. I'm going to put in for like 30. I'm going to sell these 30 at a time. I'm going to cover some there. I'm going to cover some there. I'm going to half my position there. Let's see. What do these guys got? Tapping into this position again. These guys got to fail, right? I mean, it's either going or it's flushing, but we've been in this 10-point range for a minute, 15-point range. Little head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, maybe. Break of neck here. This is your neck. Well, technically, I don't know. This is a pretty big head here. For anything, this still looks like an ascending wedge. All right, come on. Let's see a flush here. We need to make like 10 G's. Come on. Give me that big flush. This looks interesting. I keep saying that, but it really does. I'm taking off another 30 there. I'm going to hold on to 30. Just because this is not reacting as heavy as I would expect it to after tapping into this liquidity for a third time. If the seller really wanted to push it, he would push it right there. It would just dumpster dive. So now we're still playing with this buyer here. We're just trying to say, hey, is this buyer going to take it up? Is it going to take it up? Is it going to take it up? There is a seller here, but the seller really hasn't aggressed yet, real heavy. There's just been like more defensive, like passive selling up here, like limit orders from algorithms. They're not like, oh shoot, we need to sell this level here. But these buyers are going to start getting sketched if they can't find a new buyer up here. So the buyers are going to start freaking out a little bit too. Really tough, but we're up what, $225, about $2,000 of full size here. So holding on to 30. See if we can get a little crack here. Maybe get a couple grand. This one, I mean, if this one doesn't go, I feel like we're breaking. Looks very peculiar. Very peculiar. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Streaming Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30 Pacific. We're trading two different strategies. We're trading our house blend strategy, just a combination of trend breaks and traps. So we're in for two trend breaks and two traps and one trend break here. So we'll be going over that over the recap on my other channel. So that's going to be coming soon. So still in the short, down a couple hundred, but we're looking for the 543s. So we're going to be looking for a huge rotation here, playing the bottom of the day, the low of day. So that's that. Coming back over here, we're playing liquidity levels. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find where the liquidity is. And liquidity, I mean, where people with big amounts of shares, they need to offload, whether they need to, they're getting a bunch of buy orders and they need to buy at certain levels, or whether they need to sell at certain levels. Either one of these is going to be important. We have selling aggressing now. So this is kind of the reaction we wanted to see earlier, but it's still not super hot. But we're starting to crack this level now. Notice that this buyer is kind of giving up. This buyer is like, okay, we gotta let the doors down a little bit. Your next buyer is gonna be a 50. Which, you know, I don't know. With how much they've accumulated up here and how little it's gone. No. We're gonna leave this pup. You want this for what? What do you want this for? With how much we've knocked on this door. I don't know. Maybe this could be one giant head. Here's your one giant shoulder, one giant head. Need one more big shoulder. I don't know. But I'm expecting this to crack. And if this cracks, I feel like this guy can crack here pretty fast. So let's check the 5 minute again. Yep. Still kind of the same. So next position here would be if we crack this level. And we just ripping up off that seller again. Yeah, I don't know. Still defending this position. Big seller stepped in though, so this is all new selling. Let's see here. We got a selling block here because this is a bigger than normal. So from this one to this one's a seller. And then from this one to this one's a seller. Very clean selling too. So if I wanted to sell again, if I want to reload, I'm going to reload up here at the 69.50. Let's put it straight at 69. Go 10 here. 10 and a quick flash. Quick flash up, quick flash down. We'll see. Not a trading recommendation, by the way. I'm not a financial advisor. This trading specifically is pretty simulated, so I'm sorry, it is simulated. We passed our combine today, and we're in a short position on our main account, so now we're just waiting for this thing to kind of crack a little bit. So if we start dipping into this liquidity after they try to defend this position, I don't know how they're going to feel about defending this one now. So I'm going to think, how much money are they going to spend defending the top end of this? They might have to let this one go and defend something that's going to be a little cheaper once sellers get exhausted. So we're seeing a little reaction though here. By the way, this is going to be seeing a little reaction to the top of this buyer. So that it is kind of hot to the touch a little bit. You see that? Hot to the touch here. So this buyer is really determined. We're just going to see, are these sellers more determined up here, the 68s? We could even take maybe a 5 lot at 65s. Or 10 lot, sorry. Let's see. We're going to figure this out. So we're up 1,500 on the trade so far, but nothing too crazy. Again, just trying to play. I feel like, in all honesty, I feel like we crack this level. I feel like we crack this level and come down to 17s. That's what I feel like. We're only up 20 points, which isn't a ton. This is getting a little flaggy here to the downside. We are running into some of this liquidity here, but if there's no new buyers, so these, to be honest with you, I think these guys have to give it up. Again, not a trading recommendation. They've been trying to defend this pre-market low this morning, but I think that we come down into this bigger buyer off this morning. Maybe this, well, you do have the beginning of that morning push at 46. It's going to be your fair value gap. I might take 10 off roughly here, 46. So let's see here. We'll take it off at 50. Where's 50? 50. We'll take it off at 50, 50, 50. 50, 50. I'll take off 10 there. But I do think it cracks. So. Sell volume increased here, so another new seller. Not too crazy of volume though, but the seller's aggressing here again. So I'm pushing into this level here. This is another seller if this candle closes. So this is going to be interesting to see. All right, tapped that level and didn't fill me. Tapped it, look at that. One tick away. I put it at 50-50 too. Is that right on the line? Oh, look at that. I don't know. Count that as a fill here. Count that as a bottom tick. This is simulation. I should get filled on these. All right. Let's see if we push down a little bit. I still think it's going to get even heavier than this. That was that initial push I wanted. There it is. So we got filled on the second one. Little toe tap. All right. Let's see if we can get down here. I do think, in theory, they still want to defend this position. There's still going to be buyers here thinking to accumulate. But I really do think... Whoa, whoa, whow. Did we just get a two-bar trend? No, we didn't. Okay. So this trend's kind of gone here, but in all honesty, that's why I wanted to take another 10 because I know there's going to be a buyer here. We even gapped up. Look how big of a gap up that was. Or no, that wasn't a gap up, sorry. But from this one to this one. So we start ramping up again. This is getting a little soft here. Night lo-fi? This isn't the night. We need the day. We need the day lo-fi. We need high five. All right, let's see here. Here, you watching this over here? Okay, so I got my sell orders up here. There's this major player here. I could have played him, but I just don't trust him right now. Hey, hey, hey. Let me cut my mic real quick. Buy volume tapering off. This is going to be an argument to the sell side here. We tapped right into that seller and rejected. You see that? So this seller is rejecting is hot. So the seller is active, really active right now. That's what we want to see. Really reactive seller. This is your buyer down here. And this is your big buyer at the 50-50 level on the 5 minutes. So if we start really pushing into him with some real selling here, I think they're going to get... Whoop, 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 whoop. You okay, Pop? Uh-oh. Okay, back. As you can see, we're starting to dredge into these buyers a little bit here. Could take one off at 40. That's going to be a double. If I was going to buy, I'd buy it around the 40 level. Still, we're not really. We are aggressing. So we have. Let's see here. We have selling block here. It's a sliver. It's a sliver of a block here. Oops, did not want to draw a horizontal line there. And then we have this seller here, which is still active right here. So there's kind of a double zone here. Starting to push into this. I do feel like they have to give this guy up. I feel like they give this guy up and we get down to the probably the bottom of this at 28. I might take a couple off at 28. I don't know. I might take some off here. What are we at? For 20? I might take off 5 around here. Around the 40s. I'll take off 5 here. I knew that they're going to try and defend this position at 40s maybe, but I'll take off 5. There we go. Should have probably I'll take off another 5 there. There we go. We'll take off half our position, and then we'll see if we can ride it down to the 17s. As far as the house strat, are we positive again? I don't know. Close. We're getting there. One break here, so I'm actually going to add to the short position if we break a 2-bar again. So if this breaks and breaks again, I add. I'll be in for a total of 4. But we're going to see. So know that there's buyers down here. We're playing again. We're up $3,600 or $360 of actual money playing these zones. We're dredging up into here. If I was going to be a buyer, I would have bought somewhere between these two 40s here. And I would like to buy here on the bottom end, maybe at 32. But that being said, if we're going to think about this scenario, the way that just went down, this buyer wasn't really strongly buying. There wasn't real sellers up here. This buyer was trying to accumulate. And they couldn't break this seller here. And the way that it happened was very funky. It was very like they're trying to show strength, but like other buyers weren't really buying into it. So they're trying to show strength, and trying to get new buying interest involved, and just nobody was really getting involved here. So if buyers had tried to take it up twice here, right? Twice. One right here, one right here. Tried to take it up this third time, but it kind of lacked conviction, and we tried and we ran up against that gate there. To me, if I'm thinking about it, if they tried that hard to break this level, not only did we come down, but I'm also thinking that they're going to be asking themselves the question, do we want to get back in here if we can't get above this liquidity here, or do we want to wait until we can get down and defend this opening range? I think the opening range would be logically more sound. If I was filling a lot of orders here, I would be like, yeah, let's start to fill at the 15s and the 12s. That's where I would start to fill in. Not the opening range, sorry. The opening range opening is 545. I would want to start to fill here at the 16s. This is where I would actually start to be like, all right, let's get some of these orders filled here. This is where I would like to be. Maybe even front run it a little bit. Maybe play the bottom end at 28. But if I'm playing even this kind of a little bit aggressive here. I'm expecting like a 10-point drawdown back into this range. We do have a new buyer. Well, not a new buyer actually, but yeah. So that's just how that's working. We see we tapped up into the seller again and just rejected again. So it's trying to make a case here. By the way, this got eaten up. So some of this liquidity got eaten up on the 5-minute. There we go. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Again, if you guys are new, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for liking the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We're going to have 2 channels going. My recap channel is going to be a different channel. It's called just the Cafe Trader. This is the Cafe Trader Live, so I got that channel. There's no content yet, but I'm getting ready to throw up recaps, how we looked at the markets, what we could have done better, and next time plans going forward. So that's going to be we're going to have tutorials. We're going to have basic tutorials, like basic price action tutorials, and yeah, teaching some of those basics. Again, I'm not a financial advisor though, so please trade at your own risk. It's for educational I'm sorry. Yeah. Entertainment, not educational. Entertainment purposes. Whoa. Wow. All right. So this sell volume is tapering. So if this sell volume doesn't pick up here, I might clap this trade completely. So the sell volume is tapering. We got 1 minute left. I want to see this thing flush here on the 5 minute and pick up the volume a little bit too. Mind you, we're still on this 5 minute context here. So, where are we at here? If this thing breaks, I want to see increased volume again. I want to at least get above this volume here, one of these 2 bars. If it doesn't, I'm going to take the 3rd bar. So I'm going to wait. All right, so we got 20 seconds left. I think I'm going to cut the trade if... See, this is the thing here. I would like to get a little bit better pricing on this cut, but sorry, 5 points. That's not too much. Let's see here. What are we up? 700. I might just close it. Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm clapping that one. I think this still can go down. Has legs to go, but the way that the selling happened, it didn't really increase. We had a decent sized seller here. It wasn't really an increase in selling though. What do we have? We have a little decrease. So 7K, 79, 7991. So this is very close, but it still was a little lighter. Still not going to mark it. I'll keep these levels marked, but I'm not going to mark it as a 5 minute aggressor. So because of that, pretty much our 5 minute aggressor, we could say is right here. There you go. Here's some levels here. So yep. So we didn't get that 2 bar break. Yeah, Samu, I'll share the link. Give me a second. I should put it in my description, but let's see here. Let me put you guys on my other one real quick. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? 20. Oh, you guys are seeing the right one. Okay. All right.
No.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it right now. So that's the handle. I'm trying to figure out how to send a link. I haven't created any content yet, so I'm trying to figure out how to link the channel without content. Let's see. Oh, here. Is it this one? There we go. There we go. There we go. So this is going to be the new channel. This one's going to get started done up. It's in bare bones right now. So this one's going to be all the recaps, all the shorts. We're going to have a look at everything here. And yeah, So that's that. It's going to be that. Okay. So you see that they're holding this position a little bit. I still think the seller's stronger. I think if we've come up again, I'm not too worried about this one, but maybe the 665, 670s. I'll try and play into this position a little bit. Maybe start with like 5 on 62 on the back end of this. Let's see here. Well, we might as well just go full position here. 662. There we go. So I got a little bit of a bid here. If we do come up into this zone, I want to get a little heavy up here. I want to get a little hot and bothered. So we'll see. See, we cracked. This seller is still really active here. So be very interesting. These buyers are getting beaten now. You like that one? You like this one? All right. Woo. All right. Cool. All right. Let's get back in here again. So the seller's here. He's active, but we'll see. We'll see. We get squeezed a little bit. I think this is going to be a case up here, but I really think we're going to get a bigger rejection off this area. This guy's still holding on, though. They're offloading here. Now, from a 5-minute standpoint, we're getting a low volume pullback. So I know it's kind of messy, but if you see the volume kind of tapering off here, we have just opened this candle. So if we get a new buyer, that would make me hesitate on my positioning. But if we come up all the way, I would prefer us to come up all the way in this bar, then tap, then reject. And that's how I want to play this in the short term. They're having a hard time breaking through this guy. Look at this. You see that? They're having a hard time breaking through that seller there. And that seller's just getting aggressive. So they may bring it all the way down here to the 618, 640, which is that's what I would like to see anyways, because I want to see us actually make some moves here. Crack this and come down to the, man, this is going to be a big hold here. Been up in this range for so long. I got sell orders all the way down to 71 and 43. That's pretty wild. I'm like, well, we're right there. Should be at the bottom of this trend. I'm like, wait, where is it? Oh my, way down here. The strategy's saying needs to go to, so we hold. All right. Whoa. All right, so tapping back into this buyer again. I'm gonna have to get ready here to leave because I gotta go to work. But I'm gonna leave this stream up for a little bit. I'm gonna come say later. I'm gonna hold those 40 positions, and before I take off, I'll make sure to sign off, set you guys off here. So double range here. This isn't a bad buy either. 639. This guy's gone. But in the context of this seller, how the seller's aggressing right now, which here's your seller aggressed right here, I think. Let me see. Boom, boom. Okay, right here. New seller here on the 1 minute context, so you could sell here, right?
Order filled.
Technically, right? See that? And then I buy at the bottom where this pitch is down here. I could have bought there, but I'll wait a little bit longer. Buyer's a little bit weaker in the short term, but we're gonna see this. They're gonna try and reassess this up. Wanted that little piece there. I could have taken that at 42.50. I need to get more active on the DOM here. See if it comes back and taps it again. No, just gonna rip. Okay, cool. All right, so that volume decreased again, so I could sell a couple more here. I'm cool with it.
Order filled.
Let's see. I should probably get a sell up here at the 53s. This is getting a little aggressive though for down here. 20 contracts. But we're already in here, so we might as well take it.
Order filled.
All right, so the big selling I want to happen is way up here. If I pitched out poor pricing here, that's just the name of the game. 5 seconds left. Still dredging up into the seller here. Maybe get a little covering here. I'm going to try and cover 10. I'm in for 30. Let's see. A couple different sellers here. So multiple different sellers.
Order filled.
Sell another 20. This is a lot. But I'm trying to play. This is where I would have preferred to sell initially. I was trying to play that initial take, and I tried to cover here. It just didn't happen. So breaking into this one now. And look at this, an anomaly on the bottom range here. This is bullish on a 5-minute. So if this closes up, this could get this get some legs to the upside here. So all these guys are gone. They cracked through all of these. Down 557, which still isn't too bad. I still would prefer to sell up, and I'm going to front run this guy right here. We're going to go heavy. Heavy right here, 664.50. I'm going to go heavy. Yeah, 64. Let's just go 64 flat. We'll take 2 points of drawdown. I think it still comes up to 669. I think that's going to be, actually, I don't even think I'll be able to fill this. So we got to go like 90 here, 64. All right, so there's 5 there, which I might want to go heavier there. Careful with these things, Bob. And then I want to go, just in case we do tap up here, 669 is going to be a beautiful range here. Is that all I can sell? Can't sell anymore? Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I get to cover a little bit here. All right. All right, let's see here. I should have covered there. New seller aggressed. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a little covering here. New seller aggressed into that area. Do I want it? Hey, who was the indicator trader guy you mentioned a while back? Let me see here. Indicator trader.
Order filled.
All right, so I'm gonna cover a couple here. It's all right, DS. You follow your strategy, dude. You're winning. That's what it is. You got edge. If you got true edge, you follow your strategy. You're winning. Indicator trader. Oh, guy you mentioned. Indicator trader guy you mentioned. What was the context of this indicator trader?
Order filled.
So this is just damage control right here. I should have got better pricing where I initially wanted it, but it's all right.
Order filled.
So I'm going to taper off some of this because we're running into some buyers here, even though we have a new seller. I still think that we took out those guys. We can still come up. Yeah, I'm going to take this one off. Even though we are increasing a little bit, I'm still going to take it off. I'm going to take out of this one too. The guy who had a bunch of indicators, a whole plan written out. Oh, that was Dewey. That was Dewey. That's the guy up here in the chat. Sam Dewey Shirtoth. His name, do you want his Discord tag? He's a beast. Let's see here. I'm trying to find him. Man, what's his name again? The Chemist. That's what it is. Here it is. All right, Shark. I wonder if I can streaming right now too. Yeah, I'm gonna try and send it. Okay. Let's see, do I have you? Who do I have you at? There we go. It's... Okay. Here you are, dude. Link to Discord. All right. I'm going to sign off here, guys. I'm still going to manage these trades. I appreciate you guys dropping in. Spy day. I think he's a spy day trader. Yeah, I think he does both. But he definitely... His system is great. It's just... You have to focus on, I think, four different things. It's going to take a lot of practice to... I feel like, from just the limited knowledge I have, it takes a lot of practice to be able to... the ATR levels are fine. Doesn't take a lot of practice to read ATR levels. He does do Fibonacci's. which obviously you're very familiar with Fibonacci's. Yeah, no worries, dude. But what else is it? He uses RSI and MACD, and this is where it kind of gets a little heavier because he's relying really heavily on RSI MACD, and he's trying to figure out where price can go on the chart based off ATR and Fibonacci's. So it's a really not a bad system. I actually really like it, but it's just to learn and manage 4 new indicators all at once and reflect the price action. That to me is like, all right, I'm gonna need like a full-on like week to really digest it, and then another like 2 months to trade it well. That's that's kind of what I think. So, but anyways, yeah, no problem, Samuel. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate you. By the way, we're tacking up here again. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. This buyer is really being super aggressive off this area here. And again, this buy zone, this demand zone, they're really holding it. So if this ends up trending up, which this would be a crazy looking double anomaly. 16 seconds here at the bottom of a range. 1, 2, 3. This has got to be extremely bullish. I very rarely see triple anomalies. So if this happens, that would be actually pretty wild. If it doesn't happen, I'm selling a little bit of this. I'm gonna sell a little bit of this. Take a little sprinkle there. Take a little sprinkle in the pot here. All right.
Order filled.
All right, so getting one there. I want my big sell here. Let's see here. 66 level. Let's see here. How much can I sell? I'll go full send here. Whoa, how many can I sell? All right, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna front run it right here. Right here, 66525. Still couldn't get it above this guy. That's fascinating. These guys fail. Who's gonna hold them? Really would be a seller at 669 as well. How many can I do here?
Order rejected.
All right, cool. This is maximum. Full send here. This is not a trading recommendation. This is a simulation account. I am full porting this position right now. So I would definitely not do this on a real account. I would go heavy though. I would go heavy. I would go heavier size for my maximum risk. I'm gonna take 10 off here.
Order filled.
And let's see if we get a little continuation here. All right, these buyers, are they gonna hold the 4th time? That's the question now. If they just got all ripped up and this closes strong, the volume's still not too crazy, but if we increase in volume, I say we come down. And they're going to try and hold this position down here. I don't know. I don't know if these guys are going to hold this level. Maybe. I'm still going to take it off for sake of time, but no. I feel like it's all of a sudden going to dumpster. It's going to flicker up, and then you're just going to watch a flash. In a flash this second, it's going to happen. Let's see. See if I'm right. Feeling very algorithmic. I feel like we're going to get stuck in this zone for the next however long. All right, I'm in for 10. I got my big sells here. We'll see if I get blasted through. If not, I'm buying down here at the 15s. And yeah. So we'll see. I will be... Oh, I guess I'll sign off here, actually. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Again, streaming Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9:30. I was a little late this morning. I apologize for that. And yeah, we're looking forward to trying to catch some of these moves on the market. This new strategy, I passed in a week, about, what is it? 2 weeks? 7 trading days? Well, let's find out. Which I wasn't going too crazy, but some of these ones I was doing pretty nuts. But yeah, really good. Really good so far. 6 trading days. That's what it was. 6 trading days. 1.2, 1.3 profit factor. So I was starting to get a little better at the end. About 60% win rate. Oh no, 56% win rate. But some of these losses, yeah, we can call it there. So about even. Still really hard to manage. I mean, if it blows through a level and I'm in heavy, it's like a heavy level. This is where the strategy is really, you're gonna get knocked in the teeth here. So you really have to finesse it, stay in some levels that you think are going to accrue well. It's not so simple. So, all right, guys, take care. Have a good day. Signing off. Peace.